Hello everyone and welcome back to another video, and it is the long-awaited, impossibly deemed Swurmy only run, the movie. In this video I will attempt to beat the entire game of Coromon with just one Swurmy. This includes all of the trainers, all possible quests, and a few fights in the battle tower. And yes, this video is posted exactly 1 year after I quit YouTube to show how much I've grown. First of all, let's talk about the difficulty and logistics of this challenge. This will be difficult, that's for sure. Swurmy at level 99 has 223 HP, 129 attack, 85 special attack, 73 defense, 179 special defense, and 153 speed. Now those aren't too terrible besides that defense and special attack, so I think with a big enough level lead I can get on an even playing field with my opponents. But no matter what, this will be a really difficult challenge, since even though I might get on an even playing field in sort of stats, it's still one Coromon versus a whole team. And if for some reason there's like level 70 Coromon or above, then I'm gonna have stats even lower than a Coromon I'll be facing. The main attacking moves we can use are Wind Blast, Sting, Double Sting, Super Drain, Clearing Wind, and Transcending, which are decently solid, but I am worried about ice types though. We also do have quite a few status moves to our disposal, but only a few are relevant enough to mention here. All-in or Glass Cannon, Feelers, Agility Training, Rubber Web, Spectral Lattice, and Epiphany. There are more than this that I could have used, but for one reason or another I didn't come across them in my playthrough, and thus didn't use them. It's also got some semi-decent traits. Inner Fire, which makes us immune to getting frozen, take 50% less damage from ice attacks, and inflict burn on contact. Strategist, which if we move last in a turn we get a 100% critical hit chance, and inflict heavy bleeding on the opponent, dealing extra damage. Slippery, which makes us immune to status moves and secondary effects from attacks. Antidote, which doesn't help us much, and Resistant, which makes us take 60% less damage from special attacks. Overall, it's got some good traits, but I doubt I'll be using them all. By the way, I'm writing the script before actually beating the game on the version I'm playing this on, and apparently the story has got some changes, so I don't know what to expect. If the last titan is still dark magic, I don't know how many cheap tricks I'll need, like evasion, boosting, and cakes, but it'll be many, that's for sure. I think I'm gonna have some trouble with Sart because I have no coverage for him, and he isn't easy to set up on. But the other titans should be easy, considering Voltgar only has special moves for the first phase, so that way I can set up all-ins. I have great coverage against Illuginn and Super Drain, decent coverage against Hozai and Wind Blast, and can set up on Vørst. By the way, I don't know what order or at what point in the game I get the skill flashes I want to use, so it's very possible I won't have the moves I thought I'd have for the titans. With that out of the way, here are the rules. I can only use one Swurmy in battle, unless quests force me not to. I can use the passive traits of other Coromon to help me outside of battle, but they can't help me in the battle, in any way. No cakes in battle, held items are allowed. I can't skip trainers. Smarter Coromon has to be on, and no glitches or exploits. Alright, so first of all I hunted for a potent Swurmy using the randomizer. Your first instinct might be,
but Light, why didn't you get a perfect Swurmy instead? You need all the power you can get.
I have a plan if it comes to that, don't worry. Besides, a perfect is not too much stronger than a potent, so we'll be fine. But now that I got a potent Swurmy, I need to buy the full game, so here I am doing that. And yeah, it didn't really work perfectly, but that's my issue. I had to like restore my purchase or something and then it worked, but I'll do that later on. Anyway, now on to the actual challenge. And problems arose from the very beginning. Swurmy is weak even among first stage Coromon, so much so that I had to heal to full HP after every battle unless I leveled up and healed because of it. Sometimes even I would need to run away because I would lose against the most Coromon that weren't level 1 or 2. I tried the Beezle fight at level 9, but it didn't work because Beezle big, Swurmy small, so I grinded and tried again at level 11, and destroyed it. I think level 10 would have been the sweet spot. But look how fast I can move. This is a new feature with the update and affects how fast you move, and overworld animations and stuff. It doesn't speed up the battles, so as long as the footage remains intact, I'm happy. But if I were to, I could make the battles faster too. which I only found out later on, but I probably wouldn't have used it much anyway. After Wood of Forest gets dealt with easily, I go to Donar Island and Potentate and transformate my Swurmy. I got the trait I wanted, Resistant, which right now makes me take 40%, soon 60% less damage from special attacks, including stuff like Splash. I also Potentated Swurmy and it turned out that it was actually a potential 20 and became a perfect once I nah, I'm kidding. It was a potential 19. Today that was close. I now realize I could have tried potentating it to a potential 21, since it would have only taken like 1 hour or 2, but I already had something planned that I needed this Swurmy to stay potent, so this was probably the best outcome. Next up I want to talk about the supporting squad members I want. Like I said in the rules, I can get these to help me in between fights. I looked through all of the active traits, there weren't many, and I found my perfect team. My one flowish named Fungi with Acupuncture ++ will cure all of my status conditions after every battle, and my 3 Shimshal named Destry, Zaf, and Spectre with Nurse ++ will give my Swurmy a full heal every time I activate a trait, while Sorojo the Digmao has Escapist in case Swurmy faints on a wild battle and my Coromon had too slow to run away. But now, another problem arose. The devs are blocking my path. So after a not so quick update and question, I got them deported. Alright, now that I have actual access to the full game on mobile, I can get skins and progress into Thunderous Cave. But sadly, I beat the game before I got enough daily rewards to get any skin, so Swurmy stays for me for the entire video. Maybe we'll meet someday, Hozai Swurmy. Speaking of Hozai Swurmy, we have some fan art to review right here. This one is made by Alborgamus, or Al, whatever you want to call him. He's one of my buds of mine. And he's actually in this video, which is why he knew to make this fan art. But anyway, he's got a couple of versions, but here is the first one, that's like the main one. It's got like Hozai Swurmy on the left, with like a cheese pizza on top of his head. And then on the right, that's like my in real life face and stuff. Then after that we have like this like just sketch where I'm like Kratos or something. And then yeah, you can see that like I have that like you can see I have the cursed Swurmy. You can see I have the awakened Swurmy there by my side, which really scares me. And then the third and final version is just Hozai Swurmy, but with a pepperoni pizza on his head. And it's really nice. Anyway, thanks for the fan art. I'll back to the video now. The Fuse Box and Crimsonite Lumon fight were dealt with easily, and Swurmy wanted to evolve again in the Power Tower, but no. Oh, and also around this time, I finally remembered to turn on the smarter Coromon difficulty option. Now onto the Voltgar fight. I'm level 38 and have some good stats. You can see how high my special defense is, which is not actually because of my trait. It actually still adds an extra 60% onto that. It feels weird taking a screenshot of such high stats at Voltgar fight. I'm just so used to seeing screenshots like these. I don't really have a strategy besides just to pick damage and defeat Voltgar while holding a Gnoll Fruit. My first attempts went poorly because I forgot to set my moves, but after setting them for my second attempt I saw I did a lot of damage using Feelers and Rage. But I can't one-shot him because his second phase needs to activate before you can defeat him, which applies to all Titans. Because I didn't notice, my attempt ended since I couldn't move for a few turns after all of the SP, Draining and Shocking Voltgar all lined up after each other, and I didn't plan for that, so I lost, yeah. One thing I didn't notice at first is that the Swurmy line learns a new skill flash named Rubber Whip that makes us take 50% less damage from physical attacks for the next 5 turns. So my new strategy was to Rage 6 times, not Feelers, recover SP because I was spike destroying most of it, set up that web and then attack. So in my first attempt with this strategy I got him down to 1 HP, but I couldn't move for a while, so I lost because of that. But thankfully he didn't super punch on my next attempt and thus I survived. But looking back, I'm not satisfied with that win. My strategy could have made me win instead, but luck helped me instead. Next up we have Soggy Swamp. and nothing happened here. But in February, Swurmy had to model for the sculpture, which turned out amazing. But I sent one of his kind to the Shadow Realm right after because I pet it too much, so we're 1-1 I guess. I also temporarily reset Swurmy's potential points to have more special attack to more effectively use the coverage it has. I need to change that out for Illuginn. The monastery trainers were easy, so here we are at Illuginn. I reset my potential points to be more bulky and have more special attack, so my super trains deal more damage. I also kept transcending in case I leave him on 1 HP, but he outspeeds and kills me next turn. Highly situational, but every moment is a specific situation, so it might be needed. Feelers for more damage and rubber web to make up for my bad defense. Also Dali fruit for extra special attack, which I had to take another hike through Soggy Swamp for. Anyway, the actual battle was really easy. With feelers and super drain I could almost two-shot him if it weren't for his second phase. He could barely, and I mean barely, do any damage to me, even with -6 special defense drops. The first 2 Titan fights were really easy, but I'm ready for a rude awakening any moment now. Now it's time for the Western Desert, which is really nostalgic for some reason. Maybe because I listen to the banger of a theme a lot. Anyway, I found Wubbonian Ambush here. You know, not the one on Joe Rogan's podcast. Hey Jamie, put out that video of Alon fighting the bear. Alon, the king of Darudic. Protecting Alon was my next tough battle. The guard captain. First of all, his Skyraptor uses Crumble to lower my defense and does tons of damage. Then his team tanks it until I run out of SP and KOs me on the free hit they get. I lost quite badly on my first attempt, but I came back with a different skill set and managed to secure the loss? Yeah, I lost again. Well, I'm not prepared for this fight, so what do you expect? With little hope of me winning in this state, I decided to reset my potential points. Oh, wait, I can't leave either. Seems like I'm back into a corner, huh? Well, time for yet another strategy. I can go and use all-in, set up rubber web, and instead of going for a KO immediately, I could use super drain and heal from that, because he always seems to use a weaker move when I'm at low HP instead of guaranteeing a KO with a stronger move. I noticed this happens a lot with smarter Coromon turned on, maybe to save SP. Anyway, so if I super drain I can heal more HP than damage he deals, so I can go and fight the squad with another hit in the tank if it comes to it. But I didn't feel like I won because I leveled up mid-battle and had my SP and HP back to full. Even though it made no difference because I didn't get hit again. Nor would I have run out of SP if I used a sequel in my squad or a cake to overcharge my SP before the fight. But I still don't like it. Now on to the Pyramid of Sart. I really like the puzzles here and the variety of puzzles there are. This is what the Power Tower wishes to be. The whole pyramid was easy. I love the puzzles once again. But now time to talk about Sart and I'm ready to lose here a lot. I have no good traits against him. Any moves, any strategy, and no hope to beat him. He has a very balanced move pool and overall few weaknesses to exploit. Maybe this is what I have to start grinding. I might be able to do something with Rubber Web and Feeler Super Drain, but I'm not very optimistic. So, first strategy is the Super Drain and hope for the best. And that went really bad. Well, let's try again and still... nope, okay. I'm not using attacks, so let's respec my potential point and see if that helps. And let's... no... Well, I see I'm outspread a lot and don't use Spectral Lattice, so let's use Agility Training and see how it goes. Come on, 7 times such... okay, well, I need to grind for a bit. I do need that bulk, but if I put all my points into that, I'm just not doing enough damage against all that sand, scale and Sarpikes. So off to the sands to grind. Here we are 1.5 hours later at level 65 and managed to do it. I got really scared when I beat his beast and then that pure essence activated, so he shot out that full team hitting boulder barrage attack. But it doesn't actually KO you if you don't have any other team members alive, apparently, so I was saved by that and I was able to get the win because of that. After defeating Sart, he gives me this ultimate weapon called the course.I'm and that apparently created value and stuff. I don't know, seems pretty powerful, but we have bigger priorities here. The mirror challenge. I understand the AI of bees a lot from all the Havel breakouts I did, and I figured out that Swurmy is the same. the main component of my strategy is this Sun Fruit, which raises attack and special attack by 2 stages after you get hit by a super effective move. The beast that inhale usually starts with Venomous Bees or Rage, so if I only equip Venomous Bees, Feelers and Double Sting, the opposing Swurmy should use Venomous Bees first turn, which gets me to +2 attack, and also if I Feelers that first turn, I should KO next turn, even with the poison attack decrease. And well, that's exactly what happened, and Imposter Swurmy is no more. And now that I have the luck support, I can go to Vermeer Grotto and finally get Flowage and Chimshell, but I can only get them at level 32, and they evolve at level 38 and 39, which needs to happen to get the ++ version of their traits I need. So I'll put the lazy gem on all of them, get them to level up alongside my Swurmy, and if I'm under level because of those lazy gems, I'll grind. So after catching 1 Flourish and 3 Chimshells at good levels, I went ahead and disabled that heal on level up option. Well, actually a bit later, just before I disabled heal on level up, I got ambushed by the Wubbonians and these 2 Dark Magus Centellas. I managed to beat them, but only because I leveled up mid-fight and got all my HP back, but I just couldn't accept that anymore. I forfeited the battle, turned off the setting and came back prepared, and had a very interesting battle. I thought I should have used Canul or something instead of Kiwano, but actually the battle ended up in a draw because the same attack that Centella KO'd me with KO'd itself from the Kiwano recoil too, and I decided to count that because it's probably the most entertaining outcome possible. What's this? A wild fan art appeared. This one is once again by Fungi and features my character and the Swurmy I used for this challenge. She actually made this without actually knowing of the challenge because she was asking for ideas on what to draw, and I told her this as a joke, thinking it's not exciting enough to make fan art of, but she pulled through and it looks amazing. Also, it was for this reason I had to keep Swurmy potent. Thank you Fungi for the fan art, back to the video now. After that, it was time for the light Sensei training montage. They don't know me, son! Who's gonna carry the boats and the logs? The zenith of my mind, of body and spirit. I have to use all the strength in my body. I wish the water was cold. I wish the instructors would keep on running. Alright, that was fun. Anyway, now we need to catch 3 Coromon to fight like Sensei with, and I'm just really disappointed with myself here. I didn't try hard enough to do it legitimately. I caught a Beezel to try and evolve it, but after I saw that it doesn't get added to my squad, I just immediately thought I couldn't evolve it, even though I probably could have devolved it by looking at the summary and evolving it from there. But I also could have given it skill flashes, which I also didn't think to do. I just didn't think things through and said that level 13 Swurmies with Slam are my only option, and didn't even try much with them. I gave in and used some regular Coromon to do this fight. I most likely could have at least beaten it with 3 Swurmies if I would have caught Beezel at like level 30 by using aroma modules and protein sense and whatever else I can do. I didn't try that, so the answer is no. I didn't beat Coromon with just 1 Swurmy. And I'm just really sad about it. But I can't end things here. I'll take this L and continue with the story and beat the game fairly, no matter what. After mastering the boulder smash technique because of my big muscle which I got from my heartbreak earlier, I got into Mount Multiple where I was fighting this interesting battle with this Daruga fan, and no, it was not a mirror. I wind blasted her first to Coromon since it's super effective, and they both lived because they had a unique fruit which halves the damage from special attacks. So on Imbavo, I decided to Feelers and get this done in one move for whatever reason. So I Feelers, Wind Blast, KO the Coromon by getting it to 0 HP, then it eats a fruit while supposedly fainted, and because it likes the fruit so much, it revived itself and then fires off an attack. Like, bro, how do I compete with that? Sportacus reincarnation type stuff, I tell you. Swurmy, when can you learn to do that? Anyway, now we're on to Hozai, and I had no idea what trait to use. If I used resistant, I would take 60% less damage on half of attacks, which is decent, but I don't know. Strategist and acted out of the question, so maybe if I use Slippery it might work. It helps me on all stages of the fight and works against most moves, so it might be the best. However, I had problems incorporating both Spectral Lattice and Rubber Web, because his first stage has special attacks and his second stage physical attacks. And whole life with fillers, Wind Blast and Super Drain onto that. Plus 3 equals 5 and 5 is more than 4. Wind Blast does double the damage Super Drain does, so it's important, but it does not have the heal, which is also important. I'll try both Super Drain, Dally and Wind Blast Canoe on different attempts to see which one performs best. But looking back, I probably should have just like gotten rid of Spectral Lattice, because after the second form, I don't really need to like have like extra defense, because I'll just heal back up with Super Drain, and then that way I could have done like extra damage while waiting for Hozai to get me to like low enough HP to activate my fruit. But anyway, I decided to use the Wind Blast set first because I figured it was first and I wanted to make sure that it was true and get it out of the way. And yes, it did a lot of damage, but so does Hozai, so I lost. I tried again and I got the same result. Next attempts were... wait a second, how did I get burned there? Well, off to bugs we go. Anyway, next attempts were with the Super Drain Dally set. I lost quite a few times because I planned my moves poorly. You see, I need to get low enough HP with a feelers active, so when I activate my Dally Fruit, I can get peak damage and heal right up before he kills me next turn. A regular plus 2 special attack Super Drain does not do enough damage to give me enough HP back to continue doing my routine. So if I screw that up, I lose, but it was hard to even get low enough HP to activate the Dally Fruit in the first place. If I Super Drain, I healed back up. Spectral Lattice or Rubber Web would make me take even less damage, and Fearless repairs the next big heal next turn, but I can't like spam it because it does nothing if I spam it. But on this run I played all of it right, and I planned my moves correctly and I didn't lose. I was actually surprised how easy and straightforward it was if I paid attention on if Spectral Lattice or Rubber Web faded away and didn't miss a turn on using already active skills. Or that's what I would have said. You see, Spectral Lattice is bugged. Well, actually, no, it's Rubber Web. So, yeah, Rubber Web is bugged. And whatever you do, it's when it runs out, it's gonna tell you that Spectral Lattice disappeared. So on my screen, I used Rubber Web, and then 5 turns later, it told me that Spectral Lattice disappeared. So, you know, I don't actually like keep track perfectly of everything, you know. I thought, yeah, sure, I messed up. So I click Spectral Lattice, but it tells me it's already active and it does not do anything. So I get hit, I waste a turn, and both of my Spectral Lattice and Rubber Web are both gone at the same time. So that was a problem that like needs to be fixed, but I beat him, so that's good news, I guess. Heat wave. Well, you won't stop us that easily. Now, come on. We're on to the final hits. Come on, Swurmy. Come on. We're almost there.
Impressive. That showed me you are truly worthy of being called a Preserver. Here, take my essence. Preserver? Could it be that the heat of our battle got to him? Swurmy, can you do anything to help?
Oh, I passed out there from the heat, didn't I? Oh, thanks for the help, Swurmy. You always have my back. But, what did I miss when I was gone? Alright then, no time to waste. Where's the next Titan, Hozai?
The next Titan is Vørst, the Ice Titan located in the frozen caverns deep in the Batavi Mountains east of Vlamma. You should be able to get there quickly enough to save Chalchiu as well. Here, take my essence and go.
I'm on it. Now I arrive in Fresia Pass, and I lost some trainers because of some dumb reasons, but I want to touch upon this battle with a fellow Jimbro trainer. It was a regular battle until I attacked his Blizion and activated his Oki Fruit. This was bad because it used a strong move after, called Frost Feathers, that dealt a lot of damage and also gave me a speed debuff, meaning that I was at a very low HP and slower than my next opponent. But I had no priority moves to KO his next Coromon without taking damage, so I was pretty much screwed the whole time. After finally KOing Blizion, he sends out Kyraptor, so I thought sure this is the death sentence, but it could have KO'd me, but his 95 accuracy lacerate misses, and I win because of that. I'm sure bro is starting his villain arc right now. Nothing can stop us now. Oh wait, is that... No, I can't stop. Swurmy, wind blast me away or something. Whoa, curse your 95 accuracy. Well, this is not the ice I fell in before.
Great, you're finally awake. You had quite the ice bath there. I know you want big muscles, but maybe don't overdo it.
That's not... anyway, where am I?
You're in Elavi, and I'm the head of the village. Found you outside of the town, frozen solid, so I brought you in to warm up.
Wow, that's great. Thanks for your help. Although I might have been in great danger if you wouldn't have saved me.
It's nothing, but hey, we have the whole town celebrating midwinter solstice. Want to help get everything done and celebrate with us?
Sure.
Alright, time for the skating performance from Liv and...
What are those? They don't look like regular Arcta and Arcturos to me. They must have all that dirt around them.
Light, come quickly. They're hostile, and only you have Coromon to help.
Ugh. Alright then, I'm on it. Swurmy, I need your help. Send them back where they came from. Come on, Swurmy, another super drain. Show them how you really fight. Man, that would have been really bad.
Wake up, Light. It isn't your time yet. Brother can only be saved with your help.
Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Come on, Light.
What? Where am I?
Sorry to leave a reunion scheduled. I am the contained form of Illuginn, and we are currently in the subconscious. That illusion does hit you hard.
What about the others? Is everything okay up there?
Everything's fine. Your Swurmy took care of it all. The Coromon are gone, but the effect they left on the environment is still there.
That's good at least, but how can you talk to me like this?
The course.I'm amplifies my powers, and since it's so close to you, I can talk to you telepathically. It is also because I gave up my physical form to be here. Meaning I'm just pure energy at this moment. However, you have to wake up to continue your mission.
How long until that happens?
Too long.
What can we do then?
I can borrow some essence from all the titans in the core store and overcharge you a bit with it. But if we do that, we must absolutely reach Chalchiu to have enough essence to restore Velvet to its former glory.
Is that our only option?
I am afraid so. Hold on. This will be painful.
I'll try my best.
Cut Light! Come on, we need you.
Seems like it's working. That's my cue to leave then. Farewell, Preserver.
See you later, Magic Man.
You woke up. Finally, good news. You were really out. I was afraid I couldn't bring you to wake back up.
Yeah, those were some powerful Coromon, alright.
Yeah, I evacuated the town to make sure they're safe if you go somewhere else.
Oh no, I lost track of the objective. Where's the Frost Cavern? I need to find Vørst.
Northwest of the town. Entrance is on top of the highest mountain you can climb. But I'll follow you to make sure you defeat whatever there is that did all this.
Next up we're fighting Thomas. I thought this was in the game at first and wasn't prepared on my first attempt. But luckily I found that rocky trade with the lumberjack in Wood Forest. I had the revitalizer gem, which saved me many times, but it still wasn't enough to save me completely. I lost slowly but surely, having each attack do just slightly more damage than I could heal, those Shadow Fury attacks especially. For my next attempts I decided to set up Epiphanies on Arcturos and Spectrolatis. That way my revitalized gem keeps me at almost full HP in case I can't OHKO everything, and that was indeed what happened. Those Shadow Furies now did less than 10 damage per attack, and so I defeated Crimsonite Thomas. He is kinda similar to the God Captain in a way. Full squad at the entrance of some place you are meant to enter. And because I forgot about him, it gave me some trouble because I wasn't prepared. Now on to the Vørst fight, since there's no trainers in the Frost Cavern. My first attempt went poorly because I still thought I got set up on him. So when he brought out the Icy Flurry, I was humbled quicker than people bragging how strong they are on the internet. Taking things more seriously, I reset my potential points to have more defense and went back to the Feeler Super Drain strat. I showed a few times, but ultimately knew I needed to switch my trait back to resistant and grind at least until level 95, since he had a second form where he raises both his attack and defense by one stage, twice, and I wasn't even able to reach that point yet. So here I am after grinding a while. It was really tense fighting him, because I thought even at level 95 I stood no chance, but Rubber Web and Resistant tanked really well. My Dali Fruit got activated and I was ready with the feelers. He actually force switched out my Swurmy mid-battle to another team member because I forgot it had Iceberg Sweep. Well, actually I just didn't know, I didn't make my research because I was at school and don't have Wi-Fi. Anyway, I switched back in immediately, even though he switched me out. So I lost the Dali Fruit stat raises, which was bad, but I won anyway. And even though I should have been disqualified for the switching thing, it probably helped Vørst more than anything. Man, I'm so not mentally prepared for Chalchiu. Vørst, I'm not letting you get away with this.
It seems the cold is getting to you. If you had Crimsonite flowing through you, you could heat right up.
No, this will not happen under my watch. It doesn't matter how cold you make the battlefield. I'll still beat you with Swurmy's help, because the fire in my heart burns too hard to be extinguished by anything. Now, Swurmy, show him what you're made of!
I apologize for falling under Crimsonite's control. People who are under their influence think they're doing the right thing without seeing the damage they cause. I wonder how Chalchiu will fare under his influence. But maybe it's not too late. We must go to Chalchiu's Sun Temple in Extreme Ruins and collect her essence. But first, take mine.
I hope I get there in time. After that, I wanted to give appreciation to the new Submerged storms. A calm before the storm, as you'd call it. Such beautiful layers and scenery. I wish all areas were like this. It truly felt like going to the aquarium for the first time and seeing all the brightly lit tanks with the dark rooms they were in. Such dynamic and interesting shapes at every corner. The cold tones mixed with the music, magnificent photon formations entering my retinas and transmitting the data to my brain. These puzzles were great, and had solutions exactly not your first instinct, forcing you to really think outside the box. Truly splendid area. It makes my abs clench thinking about it. Now, within these splendid pieces of art, we have the Wubbonians trying to stop us again. First with these puzzles, which are really annoying because if you get KO'd by doing the wrong move, all your progress resets. And second, this ambush. Just this? Try harder next time. Transcending. Now. I locked in and defeated those two, and that was surprisingly easy. Probably the easiest dark magic fight, so... Oh no. Scrap that, this was probably the hardest battle I have had so far. I get goosebumps just reading the script. As you can see, the first two Coromon are easy to deal with. Orochi just sacrifices itself at some point or does nothing, though both don't bother me, and Scintilla can deal some good damage with Shadow Fury, but it doesn't do that most of the time and barely does anything if it doesn't. It's the second group that really worries me. Lampire does little to hinder me, like setting up hazards for my team members, which I'll definitely bring out shortly, and setting up Precisionite to make sure it doesn't miss the 95 accuracy lacerate, like that one High Raptor in Fresia Pass. But those Yuga Claw Shadow Rends are really strong. Even with Tribal Web and max defense, still does a lot of damage, and I was really doubting whether I could do this at all. So I used level Cakes to get me to level 99, but my potential points weren't maxed, so I grinded to get those up as well. But that doesn't make too much of a difference. But even throughout all of that sea of pain, I saw a glimmer of hope. If I was full health after the first fight and managed to get a Rubber Web, feelers and one glass cannon, I'd be able to KO the Yuga Claw, since it has low special defense, and with that damage that I dealt to Yuga Claw with Super Drain, I can heal myself back up just enough to a Lumasect, which still leave me in one piece. But Shadow Rend randomly lowers the stat by 2 stages, and if one of those happened to be speed, defense or special defense, there was a 0% chance of me surviving the battle. Unless Shadow Rend misses, then that basically negates some of the stat changes. So after like 30 attempts of Stars Aligned, having Yuka Claw miss that Shadow Rend gave me a free turn and basically negated the defense drop it gave me earlier since I outspeed and KO'd. And that Lampire was easily dealt with after. But I did use that battle speed up multiplier because it's just really boring to do 30 attempts of the same thing. And it actually barely affected the footage because I speeded it up anyway. So I'm happy. Come on, Swurmy! Another try! Alright, we can do this. Just a tiny bit more. And now, we have the most difficult Coromon fight I have ever had. The Crimsonite Chalchiu fight. Now let me tell you how each attempt with smarter Coromon on went. I used Rubber Web because Shadow Rend does a lot of damage without it. It then uses Disable Heal, the thing I relied on most to beat the Titans before. After that I need to set up at least 3 glass cannons, maybe more if his dark magic attack store my special attack by 2 stages. Then I set up Rubber Web again, and I mostly die instantly after that because it whittled me down too much before I could heal, and my stats dropped as much as NFTs. Most of the time it only took a few turns for my stats to look like how I would react if someone said Toruga was mid. Then sometimes it acts up and uses Disable Heal like 5 times, which, thinking about it, may be against glitch exploit rules in the beginning. But anyway, it does that until Rubber Web is down again, which is my only hope of beating Chalchiu on Smart Coromon, and KOs me after it, or just doesn't bother with the glitch in the first place and just KOs me from the start. Point is, Chalchiu's moves do a lot of damage. They lower my stats, and if some things happen, my run is basically just completely dead. I have to rely on a chance to get anywhere close to winning, and just hope he somehow uses bad moves. Using Cakes won't even help me that much. If I can heal, she can immediately get me back to low health again. Instead boosting Cakes got nullified the turn after too. I need a cake that boosts my base stats or something. I tried many strategies, but I just couldn't beat it. There seemed to be no one strategy that would work. I got close, but ultimately I knew that smarter Coromon wasn't really possible. But after I turned that off, I thought it might be even harder on dumb Coromon for a minute. You see, at this point I did like 40 attempts of smart Coromon, and I could predict what the AI was gonna do. But now that it was random again, I needed some time to adapt. I was really doubting whether this challenge was possible. So I set a rule for myself that once I got to 100 attempts throughout both smart and dumb Coromon combined, I would use 1 cake of my choice at each battle, and another one for every 50 more attempts. But after hours of repetitive battles and like 60 attempts, I was starting to cave, to be honest. Even my gym bro who was sitting next to me on the bus told me to just give up after seeing me fail so many times throughout multiple days. But I persisted.
It's over, futile human. You simply can't defeat the overwhelming strength and beauty Crimsonite possesses. Whatever your plan to beat us is, it won't work. Give up already and accept the fact that this planet will be this beautiful color all over. But why are you even bothering saving your friend over here in the first place?
I don't know how things were on Wubbonia before you came here, but they can't forcefully happen here. If you think I'll give up when I'm this close to saving it all, you've got it all wrong. As long as I can move at all, I'll keep on going all out. Swurmy, another super drain!
Preserver, I'm regaining consciousness.
That's impossible!
You heard that, Swurmy? You gain control of your own body too, regardless of the pain. Deflect the dark magic attacks coming your way, and return with attacks 10 times the force!
Keep going. I can feel the strength in my fingertips returning.
What? No! Not when we're this close. Brawler, all would have to lose everything we have.
That's the opening we need. One final strike in the right place and I'm free.
I must try and try until there's nothing left of you Wubbonians. You gave me no choice now. I will end you. Even harder, Swurmy. Channel the zenith of our mind. of body and spirit, like the great planet of Velwa. Become one with your energy and strike! Calamity and the Super Drain.
This cannot be happening. Brawler, we have to end this now.
I can't let you do that.
No matter how much you try, what cheap tricks you use, the bond between Swurmy and I cannot be severed. Not by anyone!
No!
You really did it. Velua is saved because of your help. I've got some work to do cleaning this all up, but I'll forever remember your efforts. Thanks for all you did, but I'll handle it from here.
And after I did workouts listening to the Battle of Brackenheart's themed, to prepare for this moment, I finally defeated the Wubbonians and saved Velua with one potent Swurmy by my side. My other supporting team members were also great and it would have been a lot more annoying without them. But we all know Swurmy is the real star. Words cannot describe the happiness I felt when I won, Artisan top contender for the happiest moment of my life. All my work and knowledge all led up to this, and I finally finished the challenge that everyone deemed impossible. The strategies, grinding, tactics and planning I did finally paid off, and I got to give props to past me for not giving up. It was really hard, and just like I wouldn't have forgiven him for giving up, I have to congratulate him for pushing forward when the odds seemed impossible. This truly pushes the limits of Coromon challenge runs, and I can rest assured knowing that it was my doing that pushed the limit up so high. But at the same time, making the script cinematics, editing the video and seeing it uploaded is just as exciting. I am recording this and like the Battle Tower segment after I've actually like edited the full video and like put the music and all of that. And it just feels really weird. Before we end the video and like go on to the outro, I wanted to try a bit of Battle Tower shenanigans just to see how well I do. Just a good damn slow. The wild Coromon rush was pretty easy, only losing because I leveled up my opponents too much. The trainer rush was really hard and I was barely actually able to do anything. For some reason, I don't know. I guess when we just got tired. And I swear something is different because the Titan battles were not this easy in the full game, like in the actual game. I remember I needed level 95 to beat Vørst with held items, but without held items and at level 75, 20 levels lower, was somehow way easier. Before we leave, I gotta set up my man. Here you go. Here's your wife, Dr. Pepper. Mrs. Pepper, if you're out there, have fun with Dr. Pepper. You truly did great. I miss you, Dr. Pepper. Coromon Discord mod. Come back. Man. Alright, so now we're on to the outro part, and I'm just gonna like ramble for like 5 minutes, so if you don't want that, you know, just, well, I don't know, watch my other videos. I basically don't have any. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna talk about how the run affected me and like what's next and stuff. So first of all, I got to say that it was a huge learning experience, just like coming out of my comfort zone with those cutscenes and more edits and less useless stuff in the videos. You know, I didn't include how Merin gave me those books and how I defeated Jebediah at the Battle of Wits easily in like 33 seconds or anything. And I didn't say that like I got the message that my mom made the cakes or stuff. You know, I just really tried to only use the important stuff because it was already really long and I didn't want to make it too long. But at the same time, I just really wanted to cover a lot of stuff. So yeah, you know, stuff like the guard captain, you know, that's like a pretty important story encounter, I guess. Then we also have like the Thomas fight, you know, also pretty important. Those ambushes, the 2 dark magic scintillas, and those 3 Arcturos in Arcta. And you know, actually there were quite a few hiccups in actually like getting the footage for the run. So you know, I had to like improvise with those cutscenes, you know, like for example the Hozai Cutscene. And the reason the cutscenes exist in the first place is because my recording crashed just before I defeated Hozai. So that meant that I didn't have the footage for the last like 1 hit or 2, and I already saved with both autosave and manual save before realizing that, so I couldn't go back and try again, like beat it, get it all on camera. So you know, I had this like dilemma, you know. There was like I was like really tight in the script, you know. I painted the text gray to like symbolize my sadness, yeah, you know. And then after that, my recording totally, and I do mean totally, just glitched out, and I just have 0 footage of the Arcta and Arcturos fight. It was so ridiculously insane. Like they tried to set up icy nails like, I don't know, like 50 times that battle. I am not joking. Genuine, like 50 times. Turns on end, wasted, just doing nothing. You know, they would keep trying to stop icy nails, but I had slippery and it just wouldn't work, you know. All 3 of them would try to slap icy nails in the same turn, and all 3 would fail, and the next turn would be the same and the same and the same. You know, they rarely actually did anything to me, and I was like actually a bunch of HP down because I didn't heal before the battle, and I still won just because they like didn't do anything for most of the battle, you know. And yeah, you know, I had all this like weird like matrix thing in the script, like it was all a dream, bro, the footage is lost, there's nothing you can do. What happened? What do you mean the footage is lost? The recorder acted up, you can't recover your recording, you saved after a fight too. What? No, how could this happen, man? I'm such an idiot, you know. The bigger dramatization. Anyway, so that's basically why the cutscenes exist in the first place. And you know, they also went through a lot of changes themselves, you know. Like for example, the Chalchiu fight, you know. Let me just read a few lines from like the script for you guys. So you know, I had let me show you like the, what do you call it? So let me show you like the Vørst fight. Alright, we cleared out the trainers in Fresia Pass. Vørst, here we come. And then we just like falls in water, and it just like that there's like a blurry. It's getting really cold. And then like Al or like Illuginn is like supposed to say, it's fine, like just embrace the cold and you like persevere through it. And it's like they went through a lot of changes, okay? But man, it was really interesting, you know. The way of the superior man, like the book tells you to always live outside your edge, and I think that this was definitely out of my comfort zone doing all of this, you know. And you guys should tell me if you like the cutscenes, or you like the story to be like actually properly told in like regular terms, and like the way I always do my challenge runs, you know. This is exciting too. But even if people want the cutscenes, I don't know how many I'll do, because this was like my first one after coming back. So you know, it's like special, you know, and it's like Swurmy, so it's extra special. And mobile releases for the first time, so it's extra special. And if I do them again, I mean, it's just gonna be the same thing, but like different Coromon, you know. Instead of yelling, "Swurmy, you super drain!" I just gonna run, say, "Lunar Pop, you shadow walker," or something. I don't know. You know, the reason they exist is because, well, this first time is special, and if I were to make them every run, they wouldn't be as special, and they like would be really repetitive. So I don't know how many I'll do, but it was fun getting the voice actors and stuff. You know, I've got Pepper Tetra, or just a Tetra. I've got Daniel, I've got Alborgamus, I've got Kenjamin. You know, I have some footage from Jimly the Red. Destry, who helped me with like the Coromon sprites. You know, I asked him like, hey Destry, do you have like the overworld sprites for, I don't know, Swurmy and like Dark Magic Auto G? Because I needed them for the cutscenes, and you know, he provided them, which is absolutely amazing. I could not search through all of that, and what do you call it? I could never search through all of that, and like actually find what I'm looking for, you know. And also he like made some overworld sprites himself, you know, because like I can't just use the actual battle sprites in the overworld, because it just doesn't make sense, you know. Like they're like super detailed in the actual battles, but like in the overworld they're like simplified, so it wouldn't make sense to like have like regular Swurmy. And also like the perspectives are wrong, you know. If you've got like front and back, but they're like also on a diagonal, it doesn't make sense, because you know Coromon can be on a diagonal, you can't look diagonally in the overworld. So you know, yeah, I watched a lot of media to get inspiration for the cutscenes. Yeah, a really big one, which you might have noticed, is like the Jaden animations, Pokemon Platinum Nuzlocke, you know, with like the cutscenes, the War of Masculinity 2.0 by Michael Drift, you know. Of course, that last fight is inspired by Demon Slayer versus Tanjiro versus Santengu, and also Tanjiro versus Rui. You know, I like even have like the bond between Nezuko and I cannot be severed, not by anyone. I have that part too in like the end, you know. The bond between Swurmy and I cannot be severed, not by anyone. Then there's like a pause with like flashbacks and stuff for like beautiful cutscenes, you know. It doesn't immediately go back to the action. So I took a lot of inspiration from a lot of things, and I think that makes everything special. Originally I was supposed to have like a Jacob Geller like fear of the dark thing, as like as like Illuginn, you know, like the owl part, you know, with the it was really interesting. You know, I think I could go on for about an hour more if I really wanted to, talking about all the details of the run and everything. But I think I'm happy with all I've said. If you guys really want to, I can make a Coromon Swurmy only run, the movie extras video, where I just talk more extensively about like what I've been talking already. But for now, I'm happy with where I am right now, and I think I should give you guys a really good outro for this one. Alright, that was it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, because I sure did. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, like and subscribe. Like again, because you just cancelled the like. And I'll see you next time. Bye!